Alright, so this is where we were in our last video, right? We said we would work out the normal line equations in a separate video, right? But we already worked out the equation of the tangent plane to this surface. Let's look at the normal line over here. So we had TP before, tangent plane. Now let's call the normal line NL. Right. Now, what's the equation of the normal line? You might be asked to do it in an exam and you don't have a formula sheet. But the fact is, you will remember the general equation of a straight line, y is equal to mx plus c, right? But m is a gradient. How do you get gradient again? Well, you differentiate. Is d something by dx, or whatever it is some derivative. The normal line will also take this form, but you're going to use a parameter. Remember, para means alongside. Just like how you have parallel, they run alongside each other. It's some new parameter that will help you in the work that you're doing. So let's use t. So y is equal to gradient. Well, not just y. Let's do this again. You're going to have x equal to something, y equal to something, z equal to something. This will be delta f of the formula by delta x times x plus a certain constant. What would that constant be? Well, there's a certain point that is fixed, and that is this point. So we have 1. So 1 will be our x. Then we have delta f by delta x times, by delta y, I should say. Y is delta f by delta y. The gradient of the function with respect to y. Oh, my mistake. I said it earlier, I know, and I didn't remember. I made this mistake shortly after saying it. We're going to use a parameter, which is t, right? Y is equal to delta x by delta f by delta y, delta of the function by delta y, times t, alright? And z is delta f by delta y, no, by delta z of t. For the y it will be plus 2, for the z it will be plus 3. Now, if you rewrite this and find delta z, delta f by delta z, what would happen? You have z is equal to x squared plus 2y squared plus 30. Z equal, let me draw a line to separate the two words. Z is equal to, what was it again? X squared plus 2y squared plus 30. X squared plus 2y squared plus 30. If you rewrite it as x squared plus 2y squared plus 30 minus z equal 0, then delta of the function by delta z would be, what would it be? Negative 1. Alright? So, here, that's delta f by delta z. So now, what you will find is that for the delta f by delta z, we did something with it already. Delta f by delta z at this, delta f by delta x at this point was what? It was 2x. But when you put in 1 for x, you get 2. So this was 2. So it's 2t plus 1. Why is delta f by delta y? What was delta f by delta y? Well, delta z by delta y was 4y. And then when you put in, you substitute 2 for y, 4 2's 8. So you get 8. So this is equal to 8t plus 2. Now delta f by delta z is going to be negative 1, right? We did this and found it to be negative 1. But generally, you will have it as negative 1, right? So it's negative t plus 3. So that's what you have in parametric form. X is 2t plus 1, y is 8t plus 2, z is negative t plus 3. Now, here, it is good to continue the work and eliminate t. This is a parametric form, you know. X, y, z, and t. But it would be neater to eliminate t. So suppose you rewrite these. X equal 2t plus 1. Let's write them down here. X equal 2t plus 1. Y equals 8t plus 2. Z equals negative t plus 3. Now, if you transpose for this t, you get t is equal to x minus 1 over 2. If you transpose for this t, you're going to get t is equal to y minus 2 over 8. If you transpose for this t, well, first you have negative t equals z minus 3. But if you multiply both sides by a negative 1, you're going to get a positive t, and you have 3 minus z. So this will become 3 minus z. Now, t is equal to t, alright? And t is this, t is this, t is this. So that means all of these are equal. So you can write it as x minus 1 over 2 is equal to y minus 2 over 8 is equal to 3 minus z. And of course, it will be even neater. If you multiply everything by 8, you get 4 x minus 1 equal y minus 2, and that is equal to a3 is 24 minus z. Right? So in this case, you have 4x minus 4 is equal to y minus 2 is equal to 24 minus z. Right? So that's what you have there.